Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's get these finished off and then we can get some more lighting done. These are looking pretty good. Got those rounded off there, almost ready for painting. I had to do a little bit of putty there. Gotta let that set before I sand it. So it's looking pretty good, looking not bad. Now, had to make a couple little points here because this is here. You see how much wider this is than the spine, so I have to add a couple little points there on either side to get that to meld into the rest of the body there. So I'm going to get these glued into place, and then that'll be ready, and then eventually I got to put a new side on here, but that won't happen until after I get this all connected. So I guess over here I'm going to be using this little strip here for the lighting that lights up all the areas up in here. Thinking I might add a couple of more windows on either side there just to give it, I mean, it doesn't make sense to have that in there and there's only one window lighting up or whatever, you know. Let's do something about that. Okay, so that goes there. I still got to run lines for torpedo there, torpedo back here, and then I got all the navigation lighting I got to put in first. But for right now, let's get these on place. There we go, just like that. Just gonna let that set now. They look really good. Okay, with the putty setting and all this stuff here, let's get the navigational lighting in to these hulls here. So I got white LEDs, reds, greens. Now I got points here that light up on there and here. So the green on this side, red on this side. And then we got the red here, red, green, white. White is along the spine of the ship. It's neutral. And of course, you would think that there'd be red and green on the engines here, but no, they're all white. Okay, so I still got to put this center light in here. There we go. Got those all in place there. Looks good. Just gotta tie these three, get tied together. These ones here do not flash, they're just on. These ones do. And just got to repeat the thing now for the top of the primary hull and get LEDs under here as well. And that would take care of lighting for the primary hull. Okay, so I got them all tied together here for the navigation. Let's see, for the red here, I got a 470 ohm resistor on there, 470, and a 360 on the green. The green takes a little bit more power to light up. For these two here that light up these little points here and here, I got those tied together, 470 ohm resistor on the red and a 360 on the green. Which, yeah, okay, and I got a 470 on this one here for the navigation, or the strobe, which I have different color, orange and yellow for that, so I can tell them apart from the navigation. Okay, I just got to finish off wiring up the bottom part of the hull, and that is done, and we can move on to the neck. Okay, got that done. Got these hooked up. 470 on the red, 360 on the green. Those tied in. Got these all tied in together, and I got an extra line here, which goes to the flasher circuit, and this extra long line, it goes down to the engineering hull. Let's see, so that takes care of all that. That's pretty much it for that. Now we can go on with the neck here. Okay, so with the neck here, I got these here all done up. The red, green, that go to the little points under here. You can see the little hole there. And same here with the 2 points there. And what I'm going to do just for the neck is I'm just going to put a light strip in here, or probably this way here, and it'll light up the windows there and all these windows, and that's all I really need for the neck. So I put in an extra holes there on the sides, so that's gonna look good now. Let me see here. So I got these ready for the navigation, all that. The engineering hull is already done for lighting. That's all done. The only thing I need to do is just navigation lighting in the rear parts of these warp engines, and then that takes care of that. Now you probably noticed these highlighting pens. Those are what go here and here. This is exactly what the guys that made the model, this is what they used. Just highlighters. I've got to gut everything out of there, clean it out, and then we're ready to install it. Just gotta, yeah. So this is going to be looking really good. Once it's all done, you know, with the detailing on there, add the detailing on these things as well. Hollow it out. Drill out areas for the torpedoes and navigational deflectors on here, and torpedo launches in the back there. So yeah, this is going to be pretty fun. All right, so we got 8 white 3mm fiber optics. There's one on the bottom and one on the tops for the warp engines. So let's get those done. The 470 ohm resistors on those. So now I'm going to run the fiber optic to the LED and use heat shrink on there to guide the fiber optic to the LED. And then after that, we chrome silver them, so none of this light here interferes with those. Now I flatten out the head. That way this doesn't pull off. To just completely encase the LED in the glue in the tip here, where it goes down through the hole. That way this is not going to move, and then you're free to chrome silver the whole thing. And then we got a completed product. Now on the end here, clip off the majority of it, but still leave a portion of it sticking way out past the hole, just in case you have to do some final touch-up painting, because you never know. So leave that hanging out there, and then probably one of the very last things you do when the model is complete, clip it down to where you need it. And Bob's your uncle. Alright, so I got rear torpedo, navigation, forward torpedo, 470 ohm resistor on that one, 470 ohm resistors on those. The only thing I needed to cover completely with the chrome silver was the navigation. It doesn't matter if a little bit of light from the interior here affects with the torpedo, it just makes it look better. So, just got to finish off the strobe for the bottom of the engineering hull. And then that takes care of all the lighting. And then I just got to do the same thing to the navigation lightings for the primary hull. And that takes care of all that. And then after that, we can start on the flasher circuit. Looks really good. Alrighty. So I got the 5-volt regulator there. This is the main power in, ground, main power out, positive in, positive out, ground in the middle. It's already got this line here. Actually ties into these two here, goes to the 5-volt regulator. So I got those, they're all tied in there. Okay, looks good. So everything is working fine so far. I just need to do one more thing. I'm going to use two 5mm reds for the impulse engine here. So I'm going to put them right about here, pointing out that way. And I got the covers for it to put on there after. But for right now, let's get those LEDs in place. I soldered the ground together. Now, just got to put them in place here. Okay, so I got negative there, the positives are tied in together. Just got to put a 470 ohm resistor on there, and I can get those wired in. I think I'll just tie those into these lines here, because they're on constantly, so that's all I'll do with that. Hard to see them, but they're on. One thing you do not want are these wires to move. There we go. Let's get the front of the bassards in place. Alright, so I got the light strip there. Let's still off to the side here a little bit so I can get the rest of the wiring through. Let's do a quick light test, make sure this puppy's going to turn on. Yeah, nice. Very good. Okay. There we go. Completely gutted. Cleaned all out. Looks good. So, a couple more to do, and we can get started on what we need to do. Alrighty. Now, I'm just going to put a navigational deflector on the bottom here. Actually, you can kind of see a shading here. Thinking like a navigational deflector there on either side, and then right in the center, photon torpedo, and then a photon torpedo on the aft section here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. So once again, I'm using a 0.3 mil fiber optic lines here for the torpedoes. Let's get those done. Now to do on either side here, the deflector array. There we go, looks good. I was just going to take one 5 mil light to go in there to light those up, and then fiber optic line for the red LEDs, and we are rocking. So before moving on, I took my marker, filled in all the areas here where I did not drill out all the way, just to give it that extra look of windows. And then over top, I put a clear coat over top to seal the marker in so it doesn't bleed or anything like that. So that's good. Now what we can do is we can get back to this and get the rest of the work done on that. You can see there's sections here that I need to add. It's raised a little bit, so you gotta fix that up. And on the bottom one, there's two little nibs on the back here. I'm gonna get that on there. And for on here, which are these arms, I got these sections here I gotta add on the bottom and on the top of them. So it's just some detailing I still gotta add to it. Yeah. Okay, so with these here, I'm going to start with this strip that goes down along the side here and kind of wraps around the back. All right, those are ready to go. I got these ones. They go here and here. There we go, looking really good. Okay, so what we need to do now is we have to build the little pylons these things sit on, like right in here and down here, as you can see. That's what we need to do to attach them to the ship. Okay, so I put this evergreen canopy glue into the openings here. They're just setting. It'll dry clear, and then I'm just going to have the light just in here, show through the two areas. Just got to get 2 red LEDs for the torpedoes. I'll tie them together, and everything will just get shoved inside there, and I'll be able to put the 2 caps on. I'm going to be using this for the point here where it connects to the hull, and then eventually it'll connect in this area here, putting it down, so it'll be like in here, like that. It's gonna look pretty good. Okay, got that. Goes right about here, like that. And then this thing right about there on top of that. That takes care of that. So what I'm going to do to hold this in place is I'm going to drill a hole down through the center around here and put in a pin that goes all the way through, a plastic one. And that'll hold that in place. And have a little bit of the pin sticking up there, which I'll poke a hole through there, glue that in place there, and then that's ready to go. And then I'll have a bit of a larger hole over here for the wiring to go down into the model, and that'll take care of that. All right, so I just need to get this little bit of a pin here inside that. Got 2 of those right there. These are actually filaments for my 3D printer. It's a lot of extra stuff there. So I'm going to glue these in place and then drill a hole down, put one in each one of those. On the other side, I'll melt it so that this won't pop off. And then once that's all done, then I'll drill another hole for the wiring to go down. There we go. Looks good. I put the marks on here where the front end of this meets up with that. So it's going to go right about here like this. Now, to get the point where I need, I'm going to put a little dab of paint on the tip of that. And then put this on top like that. So it'll give me the point where I need to drill into there. I got a little center line there for the center of the thing. Okay, so I just had to do it one time. I got the, and then I figured out from the point from this line here back, I added the other point over there on the other one. Now we just drill the holes. So those in place, I'll just drill a second hole for the wiring, and those are done. You see I got the phaser strips all in place there. Added that phaser strip on the back, and added the phaser strips there on the ends of the pylons. Looks good, looks good. Okay, well that is it for this episode, everyone. In the next one, we're going to finish getting these installed and all lit up, and it's going to look good. And then we'll get some more assembly done. Please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.